now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Yeah, I done kept it real from the jump. Living at my mama's house, we'd argue every month. I was trying to get it on my own. Working out all night, traffic on the way home, and my uncle calling me like, where you at? I gave you the keys, so you bring it right back. I just think it's funny how it goes. Now I'm on the road, $500,000 for a show. And we started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Yeah, boys tell stories about the man. Say I never struggled, wasn't hungry, yeah, I got it. I can tell you points to the man. There ain't really much out here that's popping off without us. We just want the credit where it's due. I'ma worry about me, give a fuck about you. Just as a reminder to myself. I wear every single chain, even when I'm in the house. Cause we started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Yeah, no noon, we don't feel that. A fake friend, where your real friends at? We don't like to do too much explaining. Story stay the same, I never changed it. No noon, we don't feel that. A fake friend, where your real friends at? We don't like to do too much explaining. Story stay the same through the money and the fame. Cause we started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Yeah. Before I came up in the game, nobody showed me love. They see me in the club and used to treat me like a scrub. They wouldn't holler cause my dollars wasn't swollen up. I bet they changed their mind when them 84s come rolling up. They see that I'm a star, now they wanna sit in my car. Now they wanna come my G's, roll with me and candy car. Now they used to love to diss me, now they rush to hug and kiss me. Now they telling all their friends when I leave how they diss me now. 281-330-8004. Get Mike Jones up on the low, cause Mike Jones about to blow. Before the ice was in my crib, before I got my major deal, these girls didn't give a damn if I was here. Shit, I said before the ice was in my crib, before I got my major deal, these girls didn't give a damn if I was here. Shit, I said before the ice was in my crib, before I got my major deal, these girls didn't give a damn if I was here. Shit, because that nigga want me, them hot they all on. That nigga want me, them hot they all on. That nigga want me, them hot they all on. That nigga want me, them hot they all on. That nigga want me, them hot they all on. That nigga want me, them hot they all on. That nigga want me, them hot they all on. That nigga want me, them hot they all on. I remember back then, most of these girls couldn't stand me, but now them same girls begging me to put on their panties. A couple of them said I was cute, but I was just too chubby. Same size, a year later, the same girls wanna love me because they see me pay different pins, working my jelly, and they ain't tripping cause my pockets stick out more than my belly. They know I'm paid, living made in the shade, 2 slabs in the Escalade with 4 or 5 mistakes. They know that I got it made, so now they see me as a baller. She would wanna play her now, but I ain't got the time to call her. I'm a staller like she styled me, now she tryna call me. Girl, I'm a dog, yo, style like you dog me. I'm Mike Jones, don't act like you don't know the name. Ain't nothing changed. them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Before my paper came, before I got my fame, these girls that popping on me now didn't even know my name. They said my flow was lame, they said I had no game. I told them I was in the floor, they thought I was the same. But then when they saw blowing up quick, now they jumping on my cause they see me on the rise and know now my paper thick. But then when they saw blowing up quick, now they jumping on my because they see me on the rise and know now my paper thick. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, them hot, they all on me. Yo! Oh my God, all this for me, I must be on my side. First album was a classic, never got on the board. Took my first 10 running, bought 100 cord, and then I packed them things inside the 100 cord and put them on the highway and watched the 100 cord. It's keeping me saying to me, I hope you press and record, and on behalf of the streets, I just can't be ignored. You know, blazing all black, just like a new clock. All the bros screaming like they just seen Tupac. Say his earrings about as big as his ego. Keep a first ball head like he just left chemo. This ain't even mine, it's this new place sitting on every time I watch the wise like I just left Big Mo. Got me money to come be my Snoopy. Superstar, baby, why wouldn't you do me? Yo, what you say you are a superstar and have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones and they wanna know. You on your 15th minute of fame, and on the 16th beginning the lame, and on 17 you lose everything, and the 21st is the worst. Wishing you was 11, popping like you was 7 with the feeling when you was seconds. Reminiscing when you was just in, like you just him, no longer the trend they dressing. Like you wondering what all the press when you no longer impress them. Get arrested, paparazzi will press then. I fell on purpose to stay a freshman. I lose, but go attend the school for X-Men. So when I get my cap and gown and put the rapping down, I only know half my powers, but I spent half an hour like a senior citizen having a baby shower. Haters want a budget, but my fans still love it. So you can ask them exactly who I are. Now I'm reaching number one, I'm a superstar. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, don't have no fear. The crowd is here and the lights are on and they wanna show. Oh, 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 yeah. Okay, now anyone who know me, they know me to rap. But when these people sell the stories, just my homies and I had to get rid of all the phonies and the homies disguise. So you speaking now and reply, homie, don't be surprised. You ain't gotta rap for me, I ain't there you to. Take the journey on my own, I was glad to do. You gonna turn around, man, I call a cab for you. I stand up on my own, he kiss the ass of who. No way, Jose, we pop Rose, Mojo is more than okay. See what don't say, my phone, they clip on Ye, they serve this so late. Cast Jose, oh, they kill people and get off like OJ. You catch your case, just shut your face, don't get caught singing, don't race. Beef, I say Latino, get no hero, G code, I obey. It's okay, they handle me and this hang around me, no way. It's okay, like listen, I just let you go your way. I be straight, no conversation, man, it's all I'm gonna say. You are what you say you are, a superstar, and have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones and they wanna know. Oh, oh, oh. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, don't have no fear. The crowd is here and the lights are on and they wanna show. Oh, oh, oh. If you are And ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Live Hour, YouTube's premier off the clock appliance repair talk for off the clock appliance repair text. And I'm your host with the most, Brother B. And you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of Live Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a big, important episode. You don't want to miss it. You want to stick around. Let me tell you why. Tonight, we are going to be discussing Asti Wrapup. The truth. Was it really worth it? Was it worth going to it? Was it worth all the money? How much? Sorry, big. How much was the money? How much did I spend? We'll be talking the good, the bad, and if you should attend. I'm gonna keep it honest. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you want to stick around. Tonight's live hour, I will be discussing one major change that I made in my business that is gonna keep me sane. Ladies and gentlemen, there is such a thing called burnout. There is such a thing called stressed out. And there is such a thing called this appliance repair will drive you nuts. But before we get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen, let's show some love to the people. Let's tap into the VIPs of the group. Let's get it in with my boy, Mike Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, this fine young man right here. Go out on the limb real quick. Give him a special shout out. He deserves it. This young man right here is also a fellow YouTuber who delves in the commercial side of things. We need to get this young man on the show one day. I told him, I gave him a personal invitation to come on here, but I just got back from ASTI. I haven't had a chance to give you guys any sort of recap. So, Mike, we'll get you on the show here shortly, okay? All right. Who else we got tapped in? Oh, we got some LinkedIn folks tapped in. Ladies and gentlemen, be clear. We're not just streaming from YouTube. We're streaming from Facebook. We're streaming from Instagram. I want to say what's good to the Instagram people out there, AA Chicago. We're streaming in on YouTube. We all over the place. We are YouTube's premier. I'd like to send a special shout out to Mr. Riley. Greg B, what's the deal, Greg B? Untamed, my brother from another mother, Brother B. The host with the cranberry juice to toast. Oh, she's a sweet one. Tonight I met her. Woo, she's spicy. Mike Reed, you see how Brother B has a warranty company list? Can you make a similar? There you go. Mike Reed, we are definitely going to get him on the chat. My brother LaRon and my apps. All right, I think I said hello to everybody. Guys, you don't want to miss tonight's episode. Guys, normally I get into channel news first, but tonight, I'm going to bypass channel news to the end, okay? I'm going to get right into the show. ASTI, was it worth it? Was it worth the trip? Was it worth the hotel? Was it worth the lodging? Was it worth the missing time away from your business? Was it worth it? Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right in. Okay, let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. First, what is ASTI? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been promoting this ASTI thing all over YouTube now for the last 4 or 5 months. If you're a diehard subscriber to the channel, you do realize that we do our best to keep you informed. So ASTI was the Annual Servicers Trade Institute. It was held in San Antonio, Texas. It was held February 1st through February 5th. It was a appliance repair convention that focused on technical training, business training, appliance repair, peer-to-peer, manufacturer training, third-party warranty were out there. Anybody that you could think of was out there. So, Brother B, being the man that I am, I had to show up as well. So, let's talk about how much was the event.
The event was $900 to get in. $950, but if you were smart, and you used the code TMM23, you save $50. And it brought the price down to $900. So let's get the calculator out and let's do the math. Let's share screens here. Where's my calculator? All apps. Bear with me. Okay, calculator. Let's share screen with you guys. Bear with me. I'll just do it off my head. Okay, 900 plus. Okay, my flight, I flew American Airlines. Guys, let me tell y'all something. Learn from Brother B. Learn from me. When you fly, you're going to be tempted to go Spirit, like I did in my first year. And it's going to be a horrible experience because they're going to nickel dime you for everything. If your flight gets canceled or whatever, they're a real nightmare to deal with. You don't want to fly JetBlue. I don't want to talk about them. You want to fly good airline. I flew American. You know what I'm saying? You want to go Delta. You want to go your better airlines. And thank God, listen to me. Thank God that I did. And here's why. My flight originally was from Fort Lauderdale to San Antonio, right? But I had a stopover in Dallas-Fort Worth. But that particular day, Dallas-Fort Worth went through a big snowstorm. So when they went through a snowstorm, what happened was they canceled the flight outright. Imagine that. They canceled the flight outright. So how the hell am I going to get to San Antonio? But again, when you fly with these nice high-class airlines, they pair you in an immediate seat. So what they did was they took me out of Fort Lauderdale. They put me to Miami. They gave me a one-way to San Antonio. I get out there to San Antonio. It's super cold. Ooh, it's like 29. Now, I know for some people that 29 may be summer where you're at. Where I'm at, it's like 85 degrees year round. 29 degrees. I'm falling apart. Nonetheless, I was cold out of my mind. Whatever. I did not stay at the Marriott. I stayed at an Airbnb. It was more cost effective. I stayed in the fine downtown area. It was by Martin Luther King Boulevard. It's all right. I spent like 75, 80 bucks a night. So let's do 80 times 5. Let's see how much that is. 80 times 5 plus the 900. So far we are at 1,300. All right. So that's the flight, and that's my Airbnb. Oh no, I forgot my flight. My flight was 500. Roughly, it was like 492. All right, so I'm at 1,800. That was to get me there. That was my Airbnb, and that was the price of my ticket. Let's talk food. They give you breakfast. The breakfast is good. Nothing to write home about, but it was good. It was decent. Lunch was always good. It was all you can eat. It was nice hot food. I know one of them days they had fried chicken like this big. Good stuff. Their food was good. And then let's talk about the actual event, okay? Now, again, it began on a Wednesday and it ended on a Sunday. So when I get there on Tuesday night and I attend Wednesday morning, let me tell you how the embrace was. I got a lot of love from everybody out there. Too much love, to be honest. Guys, you know I don't get on here and I don't talk about like my accolades or like who I am or anything, because I'm nobody. But not according to ASTI. Man, as soon as I sat my plate down, everybody coming up to me, hey, Brother B, shaking I couldn't eat. Because as soon as I would put the plate down, I'd stand up to shake this guy's hand. I got one guy sitting down talking to me. I got another guy behind me waiting to talk to me. It was a lot of attention. And, I'm very humbled. I'm very honored. I'm very flattered. but a lot of people recognize me out there. That's you guys. YouTube's premier. You know, I don't know the people. Like I see this guy's name, right? My apps, right? This guy taps on here all the time. Probably one of the best guys in the world. But the guy's real name's probably like Lloyd Charles, and the guy's probably Asian for all I know. Now this guy woke up to me, hey brother B, how you been, man? And I'll be like, oh, I'm good, man. Now I'm reading his tag, right? Because all of us got tags on our neck. And I'm like, hey, Lloyd Charles, how you doing, man? And he's like, it's me, man. I'm your friend from YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, but what's your name on YouTube? My apps. I'm like, well, my apps. It doesn't say my apps here, so I didn't know who you were, but it's good to meet you. What's good? And, you know, I'm giving them a hug. So it was a lot of that. I got a chance to meet a lot of y'all. That was cool. A lot of y'all showed love. I salute, thank y'all. I had a drink with a lot of y'all. I smoked with a lot of y'all. I was able to communicate with a lot of y'all. That's the, you know, the regular guys, the techs. All right, now let's talk about the courses that I attended. Now, the courses that I attended were primarily mostly technical. Now, all of my peers were like, Brother B, why are you in technical for? Don't you want to go to business? Like, you got all the technical knowledge, like whatever. But guys, I went to the technical training with a mission. You see, let me explain something to y'all. I intend on growing this year. I intend on scaling my business, hiring techs. I intend on expanding. So with all that said, I need to be informed with all of the with all of the manufacturers, all of the proper technical people for a multitude of reasons. I want technical support. I want to be able to sign up and give my employees work. I want to grow my business. I want to be able to have the one-on-one communications with the manufacturers directly. You probably ask, Brother B, who did you meet? Oh, I'll be glad to show you. Give me 1 second as I grab my stack of contacts. Hold on. Okay. So, and these ain't all of them. So, Zeeland is they are a high end. Now, when I say high end, I mean like the knobs are like gold. I want to say that they're GE monograms high end. I want to say that, but I got in touch with them, regional manager, direct line. Who you think Brother B is gonna be reaching out to? Warranty company. How to run calls with them. Can't give that one up. AIG, they were out there. Warranty company. Guardsmen, they were out there. I'd like to take this time and send a special shout out to Mr. David Velasquez. That fine young man always shows me love on Instagram, on LinkedIn. He always shows me love. They were pardon me, guys. Who else was out there? Sharp. Apparently, Sharp is starting to make appliances. I didn't know that, but they are. So who do you think is going to be involved with them from now? So that when they blow up, I'm already in their network. Guys, I learned a valuable lesson 5, 7, 8 years ago. LG and Samsung were rookies in the game. I remember them going to ASTI. They were babies. No one wanted to touch their stuff. In fact, they were begging people to work on their stuff. They even created an app. And on their app, it was called, I forgot the name of the app. You had all their tech sheets, everything. Like back in the days, LG and Samsung were desperate for people. But guess what happened? 10 years came by. Now they're one of the more bigger brands. Now everyone's dying to get in with them. These small companies, I'm definitely not saying they small because they's multi-million, but like big name players, sure, you don't hear about them, but I get involved with them now. So then when they do become prominent, I'm their guy in my area. I wish I would have been my guy for Samsung in my area. I wish I would have been my guy for LG in my area. But you know how hard that's going to be now? It's so sold up. It's so oversaturated. All right, who else was there? LeConte. LeConte was there. Man, let me give you a quick story about LeConte. I just got finished telling you that I spent almost 2,000 just on getting there. Just on getting there. But LeConte, right? Let me tell you about LeConte. Who is LeConte? These guys right here. You see these guys right here? You see this range in the upper area here where my mouse is? That thing's probably about 10 grand. Let that sit in. That thing's about 10 grand. That thing's about 10 grand. Guess what? They sent me on, they gave me, as soon as I signed up with them, they sent me on a job 3 hours away from where I live because they don't have no servicers to service this big $10,000 unit. This one right here. Let me show you again in case you need that guy. You see that guy? And let me tell you something. These fine folks right here gave me a one-on-one tutorial on how to take that machine apart, how easy it is to work on. This thing's easier to work on than a Whirlpool. It don't got one board. It don't even got one board. Takes apart, the top comes off with a few screws. Beautiful device. I already made close to half of my investment doing just that one job with these fine folks. And that's just one job that they got me. So how many more jobs? Just signing up with them will have covered my ASTI trip. Okay? That's those guys. Who else was there? Instructor. Man, I don't know. Some of these guys is personal text too. I'm shouting y'all out. Shout out to Tagger. A lot of people tapping in. Tim Burdick. Let me give this guy a speech. Let me give this guy a speech. You see this guy right here? You see this guy right here? You see this guy right here? You see this company right here? Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You'd be an absolute fool. You hear me? You'd be an absolute fool not to get in touch with this company. These guys are on the rise, man. This is the next big guys in the market. Thank God I got in with them now. Thank God I got in with them in my area. That guy right there, Tim Burdick, that's the guy you want to tap into. That's the big guy of that right there. You see him. You don't think I want to tap in with him, make my bones with him? I'm ever out on the field, I run into a nightmare. Mr. Burdick, running into a nightmare. Can you please help me? I get A1 direct communications with the manufacturers. To my brethren, they were questioning me like, Brother B, why you going to all the technical? You teach this stuff. Why you going to that? Come to the business. Believe me, I wanted to, but I gotta build these bones now. Cause Brother B's growing. I'm telling you, my next show, my next show is gonna be the most must-watch show I've ever put out in my life. Cause what I'm about to do is crazy. But before I get into that and I get sidetracked, Hisense was there. How many jobs you think I run with them before I pay off my ASTI bill? You tell me. Juan Morales, another guy. Let's talk about him. I got a speech to give. 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 Y'all see these people right here? You see this man right here? Juan Morales. This guy's the somebody of the somebodies. When all the somebodies sit in a room and they sit down, now mind you, these is all the somebodies. Like some people is nobodies, love, peace, and harmony, respectfully, but it is what it is. But then there's some people that is somebodies. When all the somebodies sit in one room, he's the somebody of the somebodies. This guy right here. You know what this guy tells me? And Juan, I hope you don't mind, but this my channel, Juan. And respectfully, bro, you know, this my celebrations. Respectfully, I know you're not gonna mind, but I know you got bureaucracy and you got higher ups that you gotta consult with for anything social media content related. But I promise you not to disrespect the brand. But I gotta tell my story. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 years ago, I began this thing with a phone in my car. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Go check my first video on here. You heard? Go check. 5, 6 years later, I'm at ASTI. I get a text. Brother B, I need you to speak during one of my presentations. Let me say that one more time. Brother B, I need you to speak at one of my presentations. That's $1 million, billion-dollar company. Billion-dollar company. The kid from Kruger Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10462, got requested, I don't know how, to speak for this large platform here. And what you think, and now mind you, I didn't speak just fugazi, off the cuff, I don't know anything. No, these fine folks were one of the few folks that believed in TMM academics and flew down here with their merchandise and put their merchandise on display. Which, be clear, they also were gracious enough to provide TMM Appliance Network with one of their devices, which stand by, because I will be putting this tool to an even further review, the Brother B review. But I digress. I told these folks, I said, listen, when he came down here and he gave this demonstration, I saw this thing's capacities. Back in the days, GE used to charge you $500-600 a year to get the tech support, to get all the manuals and this and that and blah, blah, blah. With this little device, you get all the tech sheets. Even if it's not a new GE product, if it's an old one, you get the technical information. You get the new information. You plug it into the machine. You got a defrost issue? Let's tap into this. Let's read this thermistor. Let's read its values. Oh, okay. Let's put our temperature gun on that evaporator coil. Ooh, it's reading, I don't know, 30 degrees. Well, let's go over to that temperature chart. At 30 degrees, I should have X amount of ohms. You know the rest. Quick troubleshooting. Notes. Service bulletins. Service bulletins. You understand what I'm saying? I had these people, these fine folks, this guy, this polished individual, this polished corporation, want this ugly gargoyle down here, the guy with his mouth open, this ugly individual. These fine folks, GE, invited the ugly guy with his mouth open with the beard to speak on their behalf. That right there was a celebration for me. Because who am I? And I got GE asking Brother B, can you come speak for us? I digress. Let's keep on talking about who I met out there and the accolades and all that. I'm on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. We on fire. You heard? True is out there. True residential. Go Google how much a true residential built-in costs. Google that. Who you think Brother B signed up with? Got the technical support. Made the establishments. Made the connections. Who you think Brother B did? 4-0. Now, for those who don't know, those is hoods, right? I don't really deal with hoods too tough. But come on, let's be real. How tough is a hood? It's a motor, a fan, extracting the smoke, a light bulb, a touchpad. I can't think of much else in that. I mean, they're not hard to troubleshoot either, you know. So, but still, they high end. So I'm gonna get in, and guess what? The people that carry this kind of stuff is the people who have them built-in Libiers, them built-in Vikings, them built-in monograms. Them people, these people. This was strategic what I did, y'all. Again, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking my talk. LG. Woo-hoo. Let me tell you why spending them little bull. Part of my language tonight, y'all gotta curse. Pardon me, but only one time. That's why spending them little bullshit $2,000 ain't shit to go out there. You know why? Because you tap in with the big dogs. Let me tell you something. These guys, after you keep going so many years, they grow in their positions. The first year I went, 2020, the head guy from LG in my area was just for Florida. Now he's the boss of the bosses at LG. Guess what he told me? Man, you with us, right? How many calls you get? You working with us? I told him, bro, I've been back and forth 28 emails with y'all. Every time I try to submit my paperwork, it was another obstacle. Ooh, you forgot to cross the T. I would cross the T and resubmit it. They fire back. Ooh, you forgot to dot the I. I told him, boss, after 26 back and forth, I showed him my phone, the thread. He said, hold on. This, he didn't put it in them words because he's humble, but I'm gonna talk his talk for him. He gave me his card and said in so many words, I'm the boss of the bosses now. Call me and I'm you at the top of my priorities to get you onboarded. Talk about it. Okay, Becco. Now I don't know about these guys, you heard, but that don't mean they're not a force to be reckoned with. They on the rise. It's good to build your bones with them now. Good to build your bones with them early. Vince, I appreciate the love. I'm almost done talking my talk, but I talk this because I give y'all the motivation to go to this thing. I wasn't playing when I said y'all had to go. Y'all had to go. If y'all was serious, you have to go. Who you think Brother B's gonna sign up with now when I get home? What that say? Mila, coffee maker training. I never even knew how a coffee maker worked. I never serviced no damn coffee makers. I'm scared to take them out the walls. Guess who you think now is going to make attempts at fixing coffee makers? You know the vibes. Please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking my talk tonight, but I'm only doing it because I'm motivating you to start going to these events. If you didn't go, shame on you. Shout out to the Instagram folks tapped in. Y'all out there, I ain't saying what up to y'all, but what's good? I hope y'all good. You heard? Watch me on YouTube, guys. Who else? Encompass, say what up to them, please. My cards got all mixed up, y'all. LG, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Mila, Mental, Core-centric, Dying, Sharp, Cosmic. I have some more, but they're in my room. But I'll spare y'all. But that's it. That's in a nutshell. That was my objective. And I completed it. My objective was get in with the manufacturers, establish your company as one of the preferred. I was a preferred with third-party warranty. I was a preferred with Sears. I had so many work orders in my area, I was able to hire technicians. I want to do that again, but this time I want to lean a little bit more on the manufacturer trainings, warranties. You understand? Because with that, you get the out of warranty calls. What is the out of warranty calls? Let's say you call Samsung and you say, hey, I want a guy. They say, okay, we can, but my fridge is not in warranty. But they don't know to look up their local guy on Google. They just know Samsung refrigerator, call Samsung. So Samsung is going to fit their guy into the slot. But guess what? Their guy's booked out 2 weeks. The customer's going to say, 2 what? Nah, I can't do that. Then they're going to say, well, we know a guy in your area that you can call. And they're going to give them your number. Down when that customer calls you, you're dealing with them directly. You put the prices that you want to put. Basically, the manufacturer's doing the soliciting for you. And look at the brands that I'm trying to tap in with. I need all those contacts. In addition to the third-party warranties, which I got the list. Where's the list? Where's the list? Where's the list? It's right here. Hold on. I got the list. I did that 2-3 ASTIs ago. I built that list 2-3 years ago. And I gotta add to it now because I got new contacts. But man, Juan, what's good? Brody, man, you the real one, bro. I met Juan day one. He was the first one to tap in, walk right up to me, shook my hand, looked me in the eye, say, Brother B, what's good, man? That's a real stand-up dude right there. Greg B, man, I really wanted to see you, bro. I really wanted to see you out there, homie. I hope to see you in the next one. It's gonna be in Vegas. So anyway, I got the third-party warranties all lined up. I got the manufacturer warranties all lined up. And my SEO. I got my SEO lined up. Guys, I'm prepared now. I'm ready now to expand. I'm ready to hire. The processes is in place. The systems is in place. I'm ready now to be pressure tested. It's about vetting employees. It's about hiring a CSM. And guys, for my next show, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss my next show because I'm going to tell y'all a story. I got to tell you this story, man. It's messed up my head. I put this on my daughter, man. I was talking to some of the guys out there, some of those business owners, and those guys with 8+ techs, when they was telling me how much their companies, that's not what they putting in their pocket, but when they was telling me what their companies was making, some companies is making 6 figures a month. 6 figures a month. You heard? I've been looking at this thing all wrong. It hit me like a ton of bricks. It hit me across the face. I spent a whole decade mastering this and that, to be the best technician for what? To have a job. But you know what? I don't regret none of it because those 10 years I bled, I sweated, I cried, I died, I resurrected, all of the above. And they made me steal. And now this brain of mine, in addition with all this, all these contacts, all these connections, the third-party manufacturer warranties, now it's time to multiply this in 5 different technicians up under me. I gotta see that kind of money too, y'all. I'm sorry. They shouldn't have invited me into them conversations. I sat down next to the wrong people. When I heard the numbers that was being talked, in my head, I'm like, oh, if I make $1,300 on the built-in, I'm good money. Meanwhile, dude's like, yeah, I got my techs doing 3-4 of those a day. And I got like 4 or 5 techs. I can't sleep, y'all. Y'all pray for me, you heard? I've been on a rampage since I've been back. Like a man on fire. They shouldn't have shown me them numbers. I shouldn't have sat down next to them people. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show y'all something. Let me tell you what's going on here. Y'all see that picture right there? Let me explain to you who you looking at here. Who you looking at right here is the 2 technical trainers for the Medea company. You looking at the boss of the bosses for Medea right there. You looking at the boss of the bosses from Medea right there. Do you know what that conversation entails between me and them? When I talk to them and I ask them what are their needs, how can I help them? How can I put their product in front of the world? How can I put forward their technical documentations to the world? How I could be their brand ambassador? Anytime they have technical training, who do they need to get involved with so that I can provide their technical training to YouTube's Premiere? Who y'all think? Listen, I was having some conversations with the bosses of bosses. I was talking to the right people, man. And I'm very excited about Appliance Repair. And again, y'all, I think I did y'all an injustice. I think for the last 5 years, 6 years of me doing this, I've been steering y'all wrong. I've been telling y'all all the time about this, how to be the best technician. And it is good. I don't regret that part. But like, I didn't understand the concept. I heard it, but I thought like it didn't apply to me, or maybe I didn't have the capacity to do it, or it wasn't within my know-how. But when no disrespect to the bros, when I started seeing some of the guys that was in them shoes, I was like, oh, nah, this dude could do it. No disrespect. Oh, hell no. Hell no. No disrespect. You heard? None whatsoever. But when I started seeing the numbers, I said, I'm doing it wrong. Appliance repair could definitely get you out of. I come from a factory job. I come from minimum wage, working 2 of those just to get by. So for me, the goal was make 6 figures. And I did that. How many years you think I did that? I got a trick question for you. You do the math in your calculator. How many 100,000s does it take to get to 1 million? And then ask yourself, I'm going to give you a clue. I've been doing this 10 years. And I don't have nothing to show for it. I did this all wrong. I did it all wrong. Not no more. Guys, my content's gonna change. Y'all gonna see the whole process now. Me go from zero to hero. Hire the CSM, implement the policies, hire the guys, do the interviews. This channel's gonna go to a new direction. The technical's still gonna be there with Rick, but I gotta get to that kind of money now. They shouldn't have sat me down and showed me them numbers. When I saw them numbers, I said, oh nah, I'm in the wrong crowd. So in a nutshell, that was ASTI. I have no regrets. Man, I made some good connections. I came back innovated. I feel very inspired. I made some good connections, and guys, I recommend you go. 2024 is gonna be in Vegas, and guess what? What do you think? 2025. I knocked on the door and I said, "Excuse me, who's in charge here?" And mind you, those are all my good friends, Sarah Brown, all those fine people. I love them all. They love Brother B. I was just, busting their chops. But I knock on the door. Hey, who's in charge here? Why we down here in 29-degree weather? Y'all need to come down to Miami, where it's 85. Oh, Brandon, these things take time. We can't just do it. 2025, ASTI Miami. Okay, Brandon, we'll see. But basically, they're going to come, or we're going to push them to come. ASTI 2025 in Miami, you heard? Where it's nice and warm. Guys, you got to show up to ASTI, okay? That's all I have in regards to that. I've talked in great depth. Make your tickets now. Start putting your money away now. To my brothers that say I don't got it, it's no excuse. If you start from now, 1 year in advance, go to your bank. Tell them, look, every 15th of the month, I want you to extract 300 out of my account without my permission. Just pull it out, your money. Yeah? And at the end of the year, you got the little 2-3 bands to go out there and attend ASTI. But you need to attend ASTI. Okay, so that's all I got for that aspect, guys, of ASTI. I hope you enjoyed that. And now, guys, we'll get into the main show, and it was this. I want to shift gears now. Okay, I want to shift gears now, and I want to talk about one policy that I've made now in my business. Guys, if you're tuning in now, don't go nowhere because this is the most important part of tonight's show. One business decision I made, and it's made my life so much better, and I hope that it makes your life better. I learned something, guys. When I went to ASTI and I was in Fort Lauderdale Airport and I was waiting to fly. When the lady from American Airlines got on the microphone and said, "Attention, ladies and gentlemen, due to inclement weather, the flight will be canceled. Please go to the front desk for any questions or concerns." Everybody just got up, nice and civil, and went to the front. I said to myself, if I call one of my customers and tell them I can't make it or this or that, they're gonna kill me. And then I started thinking, why do I allow all of this stress and this pressure on me? I used to tell my customers, oh, I'll be there from 9 to 1 and 1 to 5. And I used to give them these time frames. And if I told them 1 to 5, at 1:01, they were calling me, "Hey, where you at? You told me you would be here." Yeah, I said from 1 to 5. And man, I was dealing with that for years, man. And that was always a pressure I never wanted to deal with. So I changed the narrative and I changed my rules. After I seen that lady from American Airlines and I seen those people get up and they had no choice and they just walked away. I said, man, if they could do it, so can I. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my new business tactic. When people call me now and they say, "Oh yeah, I have a problem, this, that," I tell them. Again, I'm a single operator for now because we're gonna grow, for sure, for sure. But for now, I tell them, listen, I'm a single operator. I got 3 in the queue. You'll be my 4th customer. I got 1 in this neighborhood, 1 in that neighborhood, and 1 in this neighborhood. You'll be followed before them. I don't see me being there no time within the next few hours. So if you have to go out, go out. Don't wait for me. Don't stay home. Don't, do what you got to do. I'll call you an hour before. And that's how I'm getting them now. I don't give them times no more. I just tell them what number they are in the queue. And I tell them, look, I'm sorry. Like, if you need, like, emergency service, I'm not the company for you. I'm sorry. For all these years, I looked at this wrong. I would chase the customer because I was chasing work. But I realized that I'm the one in demand. You need my services because guess what? If you don't get my services, you're going to deal with a nonsense Yahoo tech that's going to misdiagnose and send you through a whirlwind or go out and buy a new one. So if you want to pay for quality, you got to wait. When I take my car to the mechanic, he puts it in the bay and just says, "Hey, I'll get to it when I get to it." And I go home or get an Uber and I wait for his call until he gets a chance to look at it. I don't have the flexibility to call my mechanic every 2 minutes. "Hey, you said you'd be here. Hey, where are you? Hey, why you haven't showed up yet?" That was driving me crazy. I don't deal with it no more. From the time a customer calls me and I see that they too pushy, I tell them I'm probably not the best fit for them. And guys, life has been so much better for me. I do a job now. If I want to go to McDonald's, wash my hands, use the bathroom, order a meal, then get back in my car and then drive, I could do that. I don't got to worry about trying to eat on the road, drive all crazy, putting my van through vigorous stop and goes all to get to a certain service window. I got rid of that service window nonsense. That's it now. When you call me, I put you in the queue. I changed the narrative. No more 9 to 1, 1 to 5. I put them in the queue. Look, you're my fourth caller in the queue. And guys, guess what? If they can't deal with it, guys, let them go. I mean, unless you like all the stress. If you like all that, well, where you at? You said you be here. Then they texting you with the little emoji with their hands up like this. Are you okay? And all that. Like, bro, what's up, man? I'm like, if I'm waiting for the chef at the restaurant to bring me the food, I don't have the flexibility to just walk up to him and tell him, "Hey, give me my food right now. Where are you?" No. And for those that say, "Yeah, but you told the guy you'd be there at this time," to this business don't work like that. Because when you gotta drive from this neighborhood to that neighborhood, they doing the construction, they shut down the road, your GPS put you in the wrong neighborhood, and these things set you back. And then you got the customer breathing down your neck. Nah, no more of that. No more 9 to 1, 1 to, that's dead. You're the third or the fourth caller in the queue. We'll call you an hour or two before we get to you. And one thing I've learned, customers love communication. Every time I'm done with one job, like say I got 6, right? And I'm done with the first one, I'll send a text to the previous 5, like, look, I just got done with number 1. I'm on number 2, and I'll tell them what order I'm in. And like that, I keep them off my back because, guys, it was driving me crazy. I'm 41, you heard? I don't got the Beijing. I don't put the little dye on it. I got a couple grades. They starting to come in. The salt and pepper starting to come in. But, man, them people was going to make me go crazy. They was going to make me go crazy. Oh, man, I got my cousin in the building. Primo, que hola, sere, que vuelta, aquí estamos. Thanks for tapping in, primo, te quiero mucho. Man, you know what I'm saying? I stopped allowing the customer to put the pressure on me. So, guys, it's a new idea. I've only implemented it a week, but I love it. I filtered out many impatients. Oh, I filtered them out right away. Oh, but you don't think, and what time? But do you think you? I know just the person for you, man. Stand by. Let me give you his phone number. And I curve him. Send them somewhere else. Not everybody's my customer, man. I've learned that. And not everybody needs to be your customer. And guys, that's the preface of tonight's show. Allow you it's your business. You dictate the terms, the policies, the customers that you interact with. And guys, the ones that you don't want to deal with, they're not for you. Okay? So guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Thank you for tapping in. I want to send a special shout out to everybody out there. Don't forget, guys, we got class coming up. Oh, ride-alongs. Come down to South Florida, 3 days, ride with Brother B. Do drive-alongs. Live tech support, $29.99 per call. You need a smartphone, you need internet, and a good voltmeter. Don't forget, we offer one-on-one private phone consultations. También lo quiero mandar un saludo aquí a todos los latinos míos. Oye, señor Hernández, paz, amor y armonía. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Okay, guys, again, we got a SEAL system class coming up next weekend, 3 days. It's an advanced one, okay? We got another one followed up right behind it, but it's a weekend. We got an intro class. That's the 5-day class covering washer, dryer, dishwasher. We got a schematic class coming up in April. We got an intro class as well. We got customer service reps. Guys, before I let y'all go, listen. Y'all see this? To those guys that are members, tomorrow we're gonna be doing microwave training. It's a challenge. Rick is gonna teach me how to fix microwaves in 1 hour. I don't fix those garbage units, but he insists that I can do it, and I'm gonna make money doing it. So I'm gonna incorporate it to my repertoire. So tomorrow's class, how to fix microwaves in less than 1 hour. The links have been sent out. Also, Voxer, peer-to-peer walkie-talkie group. You want to sign up to that too. Guys, there you go, man. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. Thank y'all. Love, peace, and harmony. Love y'all. Thank y'all, man. Kicks. Love you, bro. Thanks for tapping in, guys. Love, peace, harmony.